Ezra.
Hey,
Hi again.
Damien.
Good to see you here.
Good to see you here, Damien.
All right. So I think we've been asked to ask each other some questions. You want to go first? I go first. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Pleasure
All
is
right.
all yours.
So, how has GPS technology changed the way we support customers and protect assets?
Well, first time you hear about GPS technology, it's all about tracking. It's a game changer. And the fact that we deal in buy now, pay later products, it's helped us offer customer care support and also know where our assets pretty much are. Now, for the customers, it gives them peace of mind, not just because we know where their assets are, but because we can always respond very fast in terms of emergency cases in case we need to find where the bikes are, in case they've been stolen. But also, it also gives them the feeling that at least their investment is secure, because at the end of the day, we are empowering entrepreneurs. So what we want is to be able, you get a bike, at least you know that you don't have to worry about the safety of the asset itself. Now, in general for Watu, because it just doesn't help the customers alone, it also plays a very pivotal role in how we run our business. Because one, we're able to manage our portfolio effectively, reduce risk, but also we are able to get data that will pretty much guide business decisions on, where do you have the biggest number of clients, and do we sell more there? Do we advertise more there? So customer care support in terms of the clients, at least we know that they are safe, they know their assets are safe. So Damien, what excites you most about the future of digital tools in customer care service at Watu?
It's a good question. I think it's an exciting time. Everybody speaks about AI and how it will revolutionize the world in general and customer service as well. So many great things can be done now. You can have bots that can pretty much answer most of your questions. Watu is actually developing one. Even maybe more basic things, which are still technology, how we have replaced just customer care line, or not replaced it, but added the app also, where you can get a lot of self-service tools, the IVR that gives you also self-service tips. So all of that is exciting. Now, I think with all these innovations that will truly change how we do customer service, we should not forget our clients. And sometimes technology may go faster than what our clients may be able to absorb. And if our clients, even if technologically you can have everything being sorted with bots, maybe that's not what our clients want. And they want to still be able, they want to still talk to someone, right? So I think we need to find it's exciting, but we need to find the right balance, especially based on the clients we deal with, who may not always be literate and may not all be able to grasp the new technology.
Impressive. I like the fact that there are bots coming.
You actually have you have AI being able to listen to an audio conversation, and it really tell you, based on a script you've given to the AI, what was right and what was wrong in the call. So we have a big quality department. I don't want to scare our quality team, but you have tools now that really analyze the call, so you don't have to spend countless hours listening to it. And again, that's a good illustration of how to see AI. Many people fear it will replace jobs. I think it will just make jobs more interesting. So for example, instead of our quality team spending hours listening to the call, they'll be able to spend more time actually coaching and training our staff to be better. And the analytics part of listening to the call would be done by AI. That's one way I could see technology helping us being more efficient.
That is nice. Question for me?
What's one memorable case where tracking technology really made a difference for a client?
Okay, so my most memorable experience, I just joined Watu. We weren't so many, very few people at the time, I think about 5 in the office. And I was pretty much in GPS and recovery at the same time. I remember the first case that came in, and came in at 3 a.m. Client is crying, he's saying his bike has been stolen, and we needed to actually jump in and help him recover the bike. Now, ideally, 3 a.m., I jumped on the bike, I went to the police station, showed them the coordinates where the bike was updating from. They could pretty much see how the bike is moving. Yeah. So police went after the bike, but they couldn't recover the bike. However, the whole process of us, being with a client at that time of day in the night, not postponing the whole issue, like, let's work on it tomorrow morning, yeah? For the client, it gave them the impression that, you know what? Watu is not one of those companies that are just out to get your money and leave you hanging when you need them. So after some time, now I've seen him come back and actually get about 4 loans himself, and he's been able to close them on a yearly basis, and also had part of his family members actually come and take loans. And it's been a selling point. I believe the whole experience that we took him through, being with him every step of the way, was something that showed him, we said we're going to empower entrepreneurs. He felt that he was really empowered to, set a business for himself and a living.
Wow, inspiring. Yeah. That was your first in agency.
Yes. How do you balance investing in technology with maintaining human service?
It's a good question. When you look at it, I think Watu has invested a lot in technology, but not necessarily technology that will replace customer service and human-to-human interaction. Where I think Watu has done extremely well in terms of technology is coming up with Samsung with this technology that locks and unlocks the smartphones, so that it makes loan management much easier. GPS tracking, you were just talking about it, making payments seamless. That I think is great technology that has really helped us be a better company. But when you look at still the number of people within Watu whose job is just customer interaction, we have 190 almost collections officers who are keeping in touch with our clients every single week, asking them how they are, and customer care, I think, is close to 80 people. So that's not an area where Watu has actually leveraged technology to remove human-to-human interaction. How do you ensure customers see GPS tracking as a support tool and not as a control tool?
Okay, I'll give an example. Still, when we had just started in Watu, the first 1 or 2 months, I remember customers coming to me and asking me, okay, so we take the bike. What is the perimeter within which we should drive? And what are the working hours? And I had to tell them, you guys, we've given you the bike, it's yours. It's actually yours, you own it. You can drive as far as from Kampala to Jinja, we don't care. You can move any time of the day. Obviously, you have to put into consideration that safety comes first, even for you in the late of the night. So you need to be able to keep your assets safe, but we are not restricting you. And they didn't believe me at first, because the companies that they had been to would always tell them that you can only move 50 kilometers, not anything more than that. You can't move past 10 p.m. in the night. Actually, for them, when you exceed those parameters, you get a fine. You end up someone being fined the entire week, and the money they could have used to pay back the loan in the week, they're actually paying for fines. How do they do that? GPS, because they can see all that information. Watu's preposition was, we are giving you an asset. We are empowering you. We are not here to police you. That's why we even have people at times crossing. Someone can have business in Uganda, cross over to Kenya, but pretty much come back and they're able to pay off their loan. So on our side, we do not misuse the technology that we've provided out there. We are actually there to make sure we protect the assets. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How do you ensure leaders stay connected to the reality of what customers experience with our tools?
Good question. I actually think you know one of the things I've done because you've been part of it. It's something I feel is very, very important. I've seen companies where top management stays in their ivory tower and they get disconnected from what our front-facing staff are experiencing and what our clients experience. So that's really the main reason why we've created this Day in the Life series. where the whole management was asked to spend one day on the field in the shoes of a customer service person, salesperson, etc. I think that's one area. Obviously, I'm also encouraging. I have encouraged you, for example, as a manager, to consistently call your own line.
Yes.
We have customer care line. We have apps. We should not wait for clients to tell us that there is a problem every single day. We should call the number, check that everything is working as expected, etc. I think that's super important. One thing that has been a request from our staff, and I'm still working on it, and I hope within this year it's going to be possible, is authorizing our staff to actually also be clients. So in other words, allowing our staff to have SIMO loans, BODA loans, so that literally as clients, not as staff, they also can experience the app, experience the customer care line. That's something we are working on.
I can't wait for that one. Definitely.
Which one will you go for?
I'll go for the BODA, I guess.
BODA?
Yeah.
In your view, what role does innovation play in creating trust with our clients?
I would say technology for us, it builds trust. That sense that they get that, every single time I will go to Watu to get a bike, they will listen to me. They will innovate around my problem and provide a solution. Like you say, introduction of bots to offer, because we get over 1 million calls on the customer care line alone. It means that the chance of some people missing out are actually there. But if you are able to use a bot and it sorts your problem, then at least you'll feel that, okay, someone has attended to me. They may not understand it at times, but at least they'll get help in one way or another. So that alone, knowing that the company will do whatever it has to do to make sure that I get the best assistance possible, I think that's it builds the trust with the clientele. Yeah. Okay. What does success look like for you when it comes to using innovation to drive customer service?
For me, technology like AI, any technology really, should be here to improve customer experience and pretty much free customer service staff from the tasks that do not add value. So really eliminating repetitive routine tasks that do not add value, so that there is more time for qualitative human interactions, but not to eliminate the human interaction. So last question, what's the biggest challenge you face in your role and how do you overcome it?
Okay, my biggest challenge would be, because we have to interact with the clients at the end of the day. And like you said, you're going to call a client and tell them that, okay, we need to fix your tracker. And then they will tell you that, no, you want to repossess it. And you have to explain to them that, you know what, this is particularly to do with tracking and not to do with, payments or anything. I think how we've overcome that is when we send our mobile teams in the field, they do the best job. These technicians have the mechanical experience to actually say, you know what, let me do more than just fixing your tracker. They fix the bike. So that alone has helped us bridge the gap and just be able to have, room for conversation with the clients to actually make sure that, okay, all trackers have to be online. Yeah.
I like that. So making that customer touch point of the mechanic being on field like really count and add as much value as you can. Yeah. That's great.
Okay, so you've been with Watu since January.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to change everything, if you had to go back in time, what would you do different?
It's a good question. Honestly, not much, right? Because it's a successful company. I mean, I don't know how much back in time I can go, right? But just look at it. It was created 10 years ago in Kenya, 6 years ago in Uganda. How many startups that started from scratch, literally, are able to reach this kind of scale? I'm not saying we've done everything perfect, etc., right? But when you look that we are now in 10 countries, we've served 3 million customers and not served anything. We serve them with the opportunity to become entrepreneurs through bodas, earn a living, the opportunity to access a smartphone, and by now we have impact surveys showing that it's really helping people to earn more. Yes, for sure, I'm sure we've made a few tactical mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
But let's just look at the big picture. Let's look at the journey. It's really rare to be able to say, in a business career, like, this is what we've have achieved in so few years. So, let's keep the whole journey together with the tactical mistakes, if any. Let's look at the big picture. Honestly, we can't complain.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for this chance to have this one-on-one. We should do this more often. I think it was really impressive.
For sure.
Picking your mind on a lot of things. Yeah.
Thanks, Ezra. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Yes. Hi, everyone. Ezra here. It was so nice talking to Damien today. I would say my biggest takeaway from this conversation was the fact that it gives me the hope, it gives me the comfort knowing that technology is not going to replace us. I know that the biggest fear out there for a big number of people, developed countries, is technology pretty much taking up their jobs. Yeah, that's not the case. I think we understand that there's need for a balance between technology, AI, as well as human-to-human interaction. It's really comforting knowing that as a company, as the country manager, they also have this at the back of their minds. So thank you so much. I look forward to doing many of these.
It was very nice talking to Ezra. I would say I had two takeaways. One is when he spoke about that time where he had at 3 a.m. to help a client locate his bike. And that reminds me that GPS team and emergency is a team that really works 24/7, round the clock. And we should be grateful for this team always being there. It's not taken for granted. And then I think he raised something interesting about clients sometimes fearing whether Watu is using GPS for control rather than just for to help locate the bike. And I think that's a good point. Technology people can fear could be used for the wrong reasons. And as a company, Watu, we need to be forthcoming, explaining our clients how is the data being used and what for, because not all companies are making good use of that. So I think that's one takeaway, and I'll make sure that we are more forthcoming and transparent with this.